Boa noite a todos, eu sou a Paula, eu falo de Buenos Aires, Argentina. Estamos juntos aqui para mais uma meditação. Vamos iniciar levando a atenção para o nosso interior. Observe a sua respiração. Mantenha a postura de meditação. E agora vamos deixando de lado todos os pensamentos, qualquer preocupação que esteja em nossa mente. E vamos focando, interiorizando a nossa atenção nesse momento presente. Podemos respirar profundamente, vamos inspirar, encher os pulmões de ar, segurar por alguns instantes e vamos soltar suavemente, devagar. E vamos repetir mais 2 vezes essa respiração profunda. Vamos agora juntos elevar a Kundalini e dar os 7 bandhas de proteção. Vamos agora levar a atenção para a água do nosso banho de pés. Vamos direcionar a mão direita sobre a água e vamos juntos entoar o mantra Shri Samudra Devata. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Samudra Devata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Podemos dar bandhas por 7 vezes, girando a mão no sentido horário. E em seguida colocamos os nossos pés na água com sal. Vamos levar a atenção ao nosso Muladhara chakra na base da coluna. Direcionamos a mão direita para a Mãe Terra. E aqui nós vamos fazer uma oração para Shri Ganesha. Shri Ganesha, nós seremos dignos de tua atenção. Por favor, torna-nos inocentes, de modo que permaneçamos em tua atenção. Shri Mãe, tu que és Shri Ganesha, por favor, dá-nos sabedoria e discernimento. Vamos por 4 vezes entoar o mantra Shri Ganesha.
Shakti Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
Vamos retornar a nossa mão direita ao colo. E agora vamos entoar o mantra A1 por 3 vezes. Este mantra é muito eficaz para equilibrar os nossos canais de energia. Então, enquanto entoamos a vogal A, a nossa atenção fica no nosso canal esquerdo. Enquanto entoamos a vogal U, a nossa atenção fica no nosso canal direito. E enquanto entoamos o som nasal M, a nossa atenção fica no canal central. Então, por 3 vezes, vamos entoar este mantra. Nós agora vamos levar a atenção aqui para a região do nosso fígado, do lado direito do nosso abdômen. Vamos colocar a mão esquerda aqui abaixo da última costela. E aqui nós vamos pedir, Mãe, por favor, venha em nossa atenção. Por favor, Mãe, limpa e purifica a nossa atenção. Dai-nos uma atenção iluminada. Aqui vamos entoar o mantra Shri Nirmalatita. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirmalatita Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Agora vamos retornar a mão esquerda ao colo e vamos colocar a mão direita aqui sobre o nosso umbigo, no nosso Nabhi central. E aqui nós vamos pedir, Mãe, por favor, remove de nós toda a ignorância e ilusão e desperta em nós a completa satisfação. Mãe, por favor, sustenta o nosso processo evolutivo através do Dharma, do código da conduta correta. Mantra Shri Lakshmi Vishnu. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Lakshmi Vishnu Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Levamos agora a mão direita para o nosso anahata esquerdo, do lado esquerdo do peito, e aqui nós afirmamos: Mãe, por tua graça nós somos o Espírito. Mãe, por tua graça nós somos o Espírito. Por favor, Mãe, enche o nosso coração com o teu divino amor. Elevamos a nossa mão agora para a nossa testa e aqui nós vamos perdoar os nossos corações abertos. Não vamos pensar em ninguém. Mãe, por tua graça eu perdoo a todos e perdoo também a mim mesma. Mãe, por tua graça eu perdoo a todos e perdoo também a mim mesma. Mãe, por tua graça eu perdoo a todos e perdoo também a mim mesma. Podemos levar a nossa mão ao colo. Nós vamos abrir os olhos e olhar para o bindi de Shirimataji por alguns instantes. Ponto vermelho em sua testa, que nos ajuda a limpar o nosso Agnya Chakra. Nós vamos agora encerrar o nosso banho de pés. Vamos enxaguá-los, vamos dispensar a água e em seguida retornamos para dar continuidade. Vamos retomar novamente a postura de meditação. A nossa atenção vai para o nosso Sahasrara chakra no topo da cabeça. Vamos massagear o nosso Sahasrara com a mão direita. E aqui nós vamos pedir, Mãe, por favor, estabiliza a nossa realização do Si e dai-nos o estado de consciência sem pensamentos. Podemos abaixar a nossa mão e com atenção no Sahasrara vamos agora assistir ao discurso de Shri Mataji.
I'm sorry for being late for this lecture, but Dr. Warren had time to explain to you about this experience. Sometimes it is easier to understand this from a person who has achieved it than to understand from a person who is talking from some 10th story. That's what my father told me, that if somebody is born on the 10th story, the rest of them are on the first floor. If you start telling them from there, they will first of all not listen, nor will they understand what you see. It's not proper that we should try to tell them something from a level to a level which is still there, static, in their mind. So one has to raise their consciousness 2-3 stories so they start seeing that there's something beyond. But in doing so, so many mistakes have been there before, and some people have done it deliberately. Some are misguided and some are doing it deliberately. Net result is just the same. Even if you give poison to someone by mistake or in a misguided way, the result is the same. In the same way, whether you are misguided or whether you do it deliberately, whatever is wrong has an effect on the Kundalini. Now the Aquarian age is the word I picked up from Dr. Warren, which is so true today. Aquarian means the water carrier, and in Sanskrit language it is called as Kumbha. Kumbha is the one what we call the Kundalini. The Muladhara is the Kumbha, where the Kundalini is there, the power of Kundalini is there. So to call it an Aquarian age must be some work of some realized soul who could see that in this age the Kundalini is going to be awakened, and that an age will start of people getting their Kundalini awakened. Now I have already talked to you the other day about this second center, which is called as Swadhisthana, which gives us our sustenance and also our power to create. The sustenance is created inside that green part, which is represented by main 10 primordial masters. And these 10 primordial masters had another series of masters who were called as disciple principles. Now about these people I have talked to you last time, but today I would like to speak to you about other centers, especially this Nabhi, which is the navel center, which is very important in human beings. This is the center by which we seek. When in amoeba stage, we seek food. At a higher level, we start seeking heights. Like when they became mammoth and all these animals, they wanted to have a height, to go over the trees, to be able to master them and to eat the leaves. But they became so much outsized with their height that they had to become smaller animals, like say intelligent animals and like say cats and things like that, cat family. And this is how the evolution has been brought forth through our seeking as amoeba, then as animals, and now as human beings. As we have evolved higher and higher, we have become subtler and subtler in our seeking. For example, the people who are seeking, say, power are not so evolved as people who are seeking their spirit, no doubt about it. Because you have gone through that, you have had enough of it. Maybe last lives you might have been kings and queens, and you must have seen all the jokes of it. So you said, now it's had enough of it, this power business. We don't want to have any more. Such a headache we don't want to have. So the people who are seeking money also are the people who have had enough of it and they were fed up of it. So they said, now we have had enough. So now you are seekers of something beyond. It has been always so, something beyond we seek. But this seeking beyond is not described to so many people, and they are not able to understand what is the beyond. That's why this center is very important of your evolutionary process. Now, first of all, as I have told you, that we have to be in balance. That's one thing we must have, is the balance in life. I mean, in common sense also we can see, supposing there's a car going only on one wheel, how many would like to travel by that? Anything that you do in life has to have a balance. Otherwise, anything, even catching something, holding something, or small things, even riding a bicycle, you know that you have to have a balance. So if the Kundalini has to move, you have to be a balanced personality, a personality with a temperate nature, and must have a balanced attitude towards life. That is very important. But in case it is not, you can be sucked into the central path of the Sushumna, in the central path of your evolution. Now the evolution takes place by remaining in the central path. Those who go to the extremes fall out of this. Now the virus that we suffer from very commonly is nothing but a kind of a vegetable which is fallen out of evolution. Now the vegetable that we call as tobacco is going to fall out of complete evolution, and you will be surprised after some years you will not find any tobacco growing anywhere because it will go out of evolution. Thanks to human beings that they misunderstood the role of tobacco. Tobacco is an insecticide. It is to be used for killing the insects and not to kill yourself. But we sometimes forget that whatever God has created for the good, sometimes we can use it for our destruction. Same is alcohol. Alcohol was created for polishing. It's very good. For example, if you have to polish your crystal, you should use gin. It's very good for diamonds or anything. It's just a polish. It's a polish for the for anything. It gives a polish. See, alcohol is a polish, and its composition is such that it gives a polish to a thing. Now God wanted you to have polished surfaces and polished things and all the clean look of it, so He gave you this polish. Now you started drinking it. Now what to do? He never asked you to drink. But if you drink that, then it polishes your intestines also. But it has its own nature. It doesn't have any idea of morality. Poor thing. We can't blame the alcohol because it is supposed to polish. Wherever you put it, it polishes. All right. So it polishes your liver also nicely. And when the liver is nicely polished, then what happens? That the heat from the liver, which is for the expulsion from the body, it has to pass into the bloodstream, cannot, because there's a barrier. And because of that barrier, poor liver does not know what to do. It just goes on accumulating all the heat within it, and that's how your liver goes out of circulation of anything. You have liver problems and you feel very giddy, nauseating, and liver is the one which really cleanses your attention. Whatever you gather from your attention, it cleanses. So you become horrid. You are all the time angry, hot-tempered, you bark at people all the time. All that thing is typically liver issues. You grow tall like that, absolutely straight line, and you become very hot-tempered. Sometimes you could be hawk-like. People will be afraid of going nearer such a person because such a person can be very dry personality. And that's why you'll find drunkard people, if they are overdrunk, you go near them, they'll just beat you for nothing at all. It sometimes happens that by chance, if you go and ask some drunkard that was the time in the night, you will have it. So, because it spoils your awareness. And in that awareness, a nice man also could be like that. But of course, there could be a case where a person might become better. That is also another thing that can happen when you get possessed by this left side movement, because alcohol reduces your awareness and you go to the left side, movement to the left side may give you a feeling, oh, I'm very much better now, and sort of you get happy because your ego is subsided and everything is all right, and I'm really morbid now, I cannot hit anyone, and let me have a little bit and sleep off. But next day, there's the hangover, and you feel so horrible with it that you don't know what to do. It's something, then again you want to have it in the night because you want to again go to the same realm into the left side. Now this left side realm apparently shows that there is reduction in the weight of the ego, but it does not, it wobbles. What happens that you go to the superego on the left hand side, you see there, and the ego then thinks that it has gone down because the superego increases in size. But when superego increases, the ego is pushed down, and then when you come to your ego condition, then it pushes down. So there's a big wobbling going on, and such people get ultimately very much confused. They might end up in a lunatic asylum. I don't know what they do, but when they are even sane, you can find they lose the grip over life. For example, such people can become very frivolous and cannot feel the joy of life without drinking. It's most amazing that people can't enjoy each other unless and until there's a glass in between. Human beings are so beautiful, and they have the capacity to enjoy each other so much. They are the only ones who are blessed more than anybody else. But if there's a glass all the time in between, then they can just bark at each other. They cannot enjoy each other. The enjoyment should be complete when there's nothing in between. Now, this is what I was telling you, this Nabhi chakra. This Nabhi chakra gets ruined also when we take to alcohols or serious things like that, drugs, and even I've seen certain medicines can spoil this. Then you get a problem with other things like digestion, you get constipation, all sorts of things take place by which you develop gas troubles and other troubles, and then your heart troubles, and it goes on one after another. I do not say that it's only alcohol that will cause. There are other causes also, but alcohol can never be helpful in giving you good health. Some people have a feeling that if you take alcohol, then only you will keep good health. It's a wrong thing. Because health is not only physical health, it's also mental health. People think that physical health is the end of everything. It's absolutely wrong, because we are not only the physical being. We are also the mental being and the emotional being. And when you play too much with your Nabhi chakra, you have the biggest problem, and that is that you can never be successful in life as far as enjoyment is concerned of your achievements. For example, a person becomes rich, unduly rich he becomes, is a blessing, I should say, of Nabhi chakra on the right hand side. Right hand side Nabhi chakra can give you a lot of wealth, a lot of money, and you'll have 10 cars and 15 people attending to you, everything you may have. But it cannot give you the satisfaction of life. You will go on accumulating and end up with a suicide or something like that, and you would not know why you are bent upon committing suicide. That's why in all affluent countries you find people are planning to commit suicide, and the more affluent they are, the worse it is. But the left side gets completely dried. Now the left side is the center of the family life, the Graha Lakshmi, the goddess of the family, the household. You see, a person who runs after money too much forgets his family. He has no time for his family. The husband and wife may meet somewhere on the airport, or may just wave at each other sometimes, you see, crossing each other, or the children suffer the most. And in that case, the women also then take up with the men. They compete, what's wrong? They start copying men. And in doing so, when they compete with each other, then what happens? That this family life gets disturbed. The woman of the household is dissatisfied, her ego is not satisfied. In olden times, the man used to go in the jungle and get all the wood cut, bring it home, and give it to the wife, and wife used to cook. There was no problem because there was barter system. He could see her working in the household. Now the husband earns the money and the woman spends. I mean, that also requires some work, isn't it, to spend the money. But to man, it looks like that I'm the earning member and she's the spender. So she says, all right, I will also earn. But in this, too much of competition like this between the two, what happens? The family suffers, the children suffer. And such a person will have problem with the wife will have problem with the husband, and you can always feel that center on this finger. If that finger is catching, that means there's something wrong with your family relationship, that you have to adjust yourself and unheal.
Shri Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Trigunaatmika Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namo Om Tvamev Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Estamos chegando ao final da nossa meditação. Vamos juntos elevar a Kundalini e dar os 7 bandas de proteção, com atenção em cada movimento, evitando fazer de forma automática. Muito obrigada a todos pela companhia. Nos vemos amanhã na meditação às 5 horas. Tenham uma excelente noite. Namastê. Jai Shri Mataji.